Welcome to VGotM episode number 40.
We're getting close to 4 years.
I know. I can't believe I met y'all more than 4 years ago. That's terrifying.
That's crazy.
I hate it.
What have we done to your brain over the course of 4 years?
Lots of terrible things, mostly involving alcohol and other substances.
Other substances. This is a family podcast.
Yes, that's right. We're a Christian podcast. Christian podcast.
Yeah, take that, YouTube.
But not
Christians
Baptist.
can't do substances.
What?
But I said not Baptist, so that we can drink.
That's right. And dance.
They're Methodist.
No.
You know why? You know why the Baptists are against having sex, right?
Are they?
Premarital sex.
Starting off
premarital
strong
sex.
with this one.
Because it might lead to dancing.
Oh, yeah. That's
Dancing.
or playing pool. You don't want to be doing that.
One of my favorite other ones is
God forbid gambling.
it's like if you're going to invite a Mormon to fish with you, make sure you bring two of them, or the Mormon will drink all your beer. Welcome to the VGotM comedy podcast, where we bash Baptists and Mormons.
Should we talk about that Mormon thing?
See, up until this point in the podcast, we would never make fun of Christianity.
No.
But I don't want to say.
But now that we've gotten 40 episodes under our belt, we feel comfortable.
That's right.
A little brazen.
Brazen. I love that word. That's a great word.
Of Christianity.
Good word. Word of the day. Brazen.
Yeah. Yep. You heard it here first, folks. It'll probably be the Wordle tomorrow.
That's it.
Because the New York Times listens to our podcast.
That's right. That's where they get it.
Ain't no way. Are you serious?
Every day they text Jarnad and they're like, what would the word of the day be?
And unfortunately, it doesn't work. No, it's like it's too
No matter
long.
how many times we suggest penis, they don't do it.
God.
And you can't use 6-letter words, so the N word's out.
You also play
Well,
Wordle?
you can shorten it.
I think that's what those white folks do, don't they?
Do people still play that?
We're so doomed.
Yeah.
Our strongest start yet.
This might be our strongest start yet. I'm. Oh, hold on.
Can we recommend to play Wordle for the month?
Oh my God.
Oh, that would be funny.
So, I
brutal.
have done. There is a battle royale Wordle.
What?
Okay, where you basically play up against 16 other people at a time, and you're like trying to figure it out. And when someone gets it, like everyone loses a little bit of life, and it's literally just mayhem. And
Holy
like
cow.
your strategy is completely different. You're like just typing things as fast as possible. It's a lot of fun.
Do you get infinite tries?
I think so.
Did you still only get the like 5 or 6?
Yeah, you get infinite tries.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah. Oh, man. So this has been a crazy month for a lot of things. I'm so excited for this podcast. We're going to talk about Helldivers, which we've played. We're going to talk about some Pal World, which we played.
Oh, man.
We're going to talk about some Dustborn, which we have not played.
Hmm.
We're going to talk about some Concord.
A dustboard or sandborn?
Dustborn.
Okay.
Dustborn.
And we're going to talk about...
Oh, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah. That was the
talked about that
triggered
last
one
time.
that we talked about last time.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk about Twitter, which I play. And then we're going to talk about Core Keeper, because Core Keeper I really enjoyed. And we're going to have to wait for make sure Witherbottom's here, because me,
That's right. Witherbottom,
and Ski Freely were basically... Oh, I guess
You guys
Underminer played
carried.
a lot of it.
Oh yeah, I got a lot to say about Core Keeper too,
Alright,
so don't
okay.
let me.
Perfect. Don't fall asleep.
And I've been drinking, so
Put down the wild
You
turkey.
got really hard, huh?
yeah.
It'll put you to sleep.
No, I'm playing the farming game 22 or farming sim.
All right. Well,
I've got some
to start
hay
off,
in the barn.
with, let's get Salty. You are our resident Helldiver.
Alrighty.
That's right. I saw him playing it earlier today.
What is
I
this
was, yeah.
about? Helldivers
Ooh.
2 locks new stratagems behind a paywall.
Ooh.
I mean, it's you don't have to pay for it. You can unlock it through just playing the game.
This sounds like Super Earth propaganda. I don't know if you've been paying attention.
Yeah.
No, I mean seriously, like all of the war bonds they release are bought with a currency you can find in your matches.
I don't know. These automatons have a lot of good points, and I'm just hearing Super Earth propaganda from you. No, there's been a lot of like shit thrown the Helldivers way, and I'm not going to. I don't
think it's deserved.
I think some of it is deserved. Like the whole PSN thing, like basically removing people from their game ahead of time. The whole nerfing meta builds at the end seems kind of frustrating for a player, I would say. Like in a PvE game, like forcing players to like not have as much fun by making them go and play something else. I'm like, I don't really agree with it.
I don't know if y'all have played in the past month or not, but the player count has doubled since they did the nerfs.
No.
Are they bots?
No, that's not true. It hasn't doubled since they did the nerfs. No,
yeah, it is.
No.
Because they undid the nerfs.
Because they
wow. Weird. How that works.
So they buffed everything, and then the player count doubled.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they Russian?
Swedish, I think.
No, they get a lot of shit.
Get involved in stuff.
I know.
They get a lot of shit, and I honestly think the game is still really good and doesn't deserve as much shit as it gets. But I mean, yeah, they do some things that needs to be like.
I think they'll probably figure it out. But
yeah,
I would say that there is definitely like they kind of caught the ire of people, and so now every decision is under scrutiny.
And I mean, it's a $30 game, and unlike some games like Concord.
Okay.
I heard that the players were so angry with some of the nerfs that they did that they just stopped attacking the automatons to let them invade Earth.
Yeah, they got close.
You got really close. Then they were like, okay, we'll take those away. Save Super Earth.
Wow.
And they all started coming back.
Now imagine this is like an actual Ender's Game thing, where it's like we're actually like the Helldivers are actually defending against like an automaton, and like someone's nerfing your stuff, and you're like, fine, I'm just gonna let them destroy Earth, and they're like, oh no, please. Like you don't know how close we were to Earth actually being destroyed.
Man, that'd be great.
Someone was like posting on Twitter like the slowly like still images of the map of the red just slowly creeping towards Earth like every day.
Wow.
Well, they're moving closer.
Your move, Helldivers.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, since Salty is under the gun, Salty, explain this.
Explain this.
The Elder Scrolls Online revealed the first non-binary
I hate that
companion.
as much as you do.
And it was voiced by a
drag.
Wait, what? Drag king? What's a drag king?
So I guess that's a woman that dresses as a man.
Yeah,
queen.
Isn't it just a tomboy?
Brazen.
I don't even know.
How unconsiderate you are.
Yeah, come on, John.
How non-inclusive.
Non-inclusive, yeah.
No, see,
hey, we're very inclusive.
I already don't like the companion, but the fact that the companion is going to have like some of the best abilities that a companion can have in the game kind of pisses me off a little bit.
Is that right?
Can you kill the companion?
Like I can't even. No, you can't. I can't even remember what the ability was.
That's amazing. There's so they basically it's kind of like a League of Legends character. It's like overpowered to start. Do you have to buy the companion?
That one, if you have like the monthly subscription,
no, they just gave it to you for free.
Yeah, it's free if you have the subscription.
I'm looking forward to like the power level of like which sexuality gets like buffed the most in this. So you have like the non-binary character come out. Now, what about the transsexual? And is he more powerful than non-binary? And
there's an idea for an MMO.
Or a MOBA. That would be amazing. Just like
whoever is like the most ostracized minority is the most powerful in the game.
It's based on real world data. So like at one point, like during the George Floyd riots, it's like the black man becomes super powerful.
Man, there's something there. Someone's going to use that.
Oh man, so
Someone is listening to VGotM and is going to turn that into a game.
Speaking of game ideas, I had a brilliant idea for a meme game. And it's, you play as a cat trying to escape Springfield, Ohio, and Haitians are coming after you trying to eat you.
I thought that's what Stray was all about. That.
Yeah, I thought that's what Stray was about. Yeah.
Oh, that's good time.
Oh my god, I saw a T-shirt today that said "I eat pussy like a Haitian."
Oh my god,
That's
brutal! Wow,
buy it now.
All right, so sadly, because we brought up Stray, we have to bring this up.
yeah, everybody quit.
Annapurna Interactive, the development, quit, and that Annapurna was also who published Outer Wilds. And
Wait, what happened?
Basically, they were trying to develop their own game, and there was a I love
mutiny.
how there's a mutiny, a mutiny in it, and so everyone quit on the.
Oh wow!
Wow,
Weird.
I love how you can
That's
kind of
crazy.
see like what I've been looking at over in the right hand side of the Explorer. You can see Alex Jones is live, and oh dear,
Oh,
Well,
Is he
that's gonna
live
get us-
on
you just said his
Twitter?
name. It's gonna
he's live on Twitter.
kill the
is
stream.
that a thing?
Yeah, you can stream Twitter.
Oh, I'm gonna start watching him. I didn't know that's where he streamed.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so
Does he still sound like super raspy?
He always
my
does.
God.
Well, you-
When he gets angry, yeah.
freaking frogs are gay. They bring Mount
Hey,
Hurricane Helene, and she comes in, and they're going to destroy all of of Appalachians just for the lithium underneath. The frogs gay.
wow!
They really are.
Did we
turning
get
the
Alex
frogs
Jones on the podcast?
I was about to say, when did he pop in?
I know that's pretty good.
It's just like this is like Chief Soul Bill Cosby impression.
I know we need to bring that back.
I can't do
Rush
that one.
Limbaugh.
We should have
Everybody's
Alex.
got to find one politician that you can really.
We need to get Shane
imitate
Gillis'
well.
Trump on here. That would be amazing.
That's perfect. Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all saw this, but the media company partnered with Google and Facebook reveals they listen to your phones to serve ads,
I
Of
knew
course they do.
and this shocked no one.
it. This, yeah, that's been happening for years.
I'm just surprised the government wasn't selling the data. Like,
They're buying the data.
no,
Yeah.
the government's been listening to my phone since 9/11.
Yep.
Ah,
Mamma mia!
well, it's okay. This made me laugh. So Redditor posted a picture of his brain MRI, and a large portion of his brain was missing.
Oh my god.
So several other Redditors chime in with their own MRIs, and they're all missing portions of their brain.
Wow!
This is who you're arguing against on Reddit.
I knew it.
Guys, there's something wrong.
MRI photo. I love this sounding. It's like MRI photo of my brain. Yes, this is like, what is this?
He's missing almost half his fucking brain.
No.
That's called a tumor.
No, I feel like that'd be something growing like on it, not it just missing.
There was a guy I saw tweet at one point of a guy who's like, I used to argue on Twitter or on Reddit, and this guy was sitting there and he would follow like my posts and would argue constantly about like fast food or restaurants or something like that.
Wow!
And then like they were arguing back and forth about like what tasted better. And then he finally clicked on his profile and went, and he had like a top comment in piss drinkers. I'm like, he's like,
no.
this was who I was arguing against this whole time. Oh, you gotta watch out for that.
He knows fine dining.
That's right.
Fine dining, bro.
I want you to empty your mind.
Empty my mind.
Empty your mind.
All right, speaking of fanboy stuff, Blizzard revealed how much money that people have spent in microtransactions since Diablo 4.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
1 billion, or Diablo 4 sales have brought in more than $1 billion to Activision
man.
Blizzard.
We wonder why they keep doing it.
and 15% of that was for microtransactions, which is kind of low. I'm surprised, but I guess is it $60 game?
Yeah, ish. I didn't remember that there being microtransactions in Diablo 4. I played it for like 2 hours.
And refund it.
Dang.
Then it doesn't shock you so much when like Microsoft buys Activision Blizzard for $70 billion.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
brutal.
There's some good news though.
What's
in the
that?
world of gaming.
What's that, Jarnot?
Yeah. Did y'all know the Steam families came around?
Steam families?
I did actually.
What's that?
All games.
Wow.
All games are automatically shared between family members. Though if a family member is banned from playing your game online, you will also be banned.
That's pretty brutal.
You can be removed
Imagine
from a
your
family.
kid cheats in Rocket League and then you can't play Rocket League anymore.
So, okay. This is one of my favorite stories of all time. This happened back in 2005 or 6. I was playing vanilla World of Warcraft. Loved that game. And I took a little break.
Sure.
Because there was a girl who said she didn't like me playing video games, and I liked the girl. And so I was going like, oh, I'll stop playing video games for a little bit. But I continued to troll the World of Warcraft forums. And patch, I remember the patch.
That's what you're there for, anyway.
That's right. Patch 1.09 came out. Okay, so it's the 9th patch since the game had been released, and this patch was supposed to fix paladins. And paladins had been kind of the red-headed stepchild of World of Warcraft for a long time. They got nerfed. They were extremely strong in beta, and then right before release, they got heavily nerfed. And then 1.9, so 9 patches, so almost a year and a half later, they were finally buffed again. But a lot of paladins who had learned how to play did not like this patch. So they...
Surprise.
Yeah, they instituted a Pally Rally.
A Pally Rally.
Yeah. To give a little backstory about what World of Warcraft was like back then. So each server had like a 3,000 person capacity or something like that. And so you would get on, and then there would be like a queue. So I remember coming in like on my 15-minute break. I would come in at like 4 o'clock, log into the game on Friday, get into a queue that was like 2 hours long. So when I got home after work, I would have like 30 minutes.
Wow.
And I played on one of the more populated servers, BlackRock.
Or Brazen.
Brazen. What a word of the day.
That's right.
But one of my favorite things about it was so my server was BlackRock. It was a PvP server. When BlackRock went down, everybody had characters on Argent Dawn, which was like the biggest role-playing server. So everyone would go and log into Argent Dawn and start spamming in all chat or in city chat. BlackRock is down. BlackRock is down on Argent Dawn. It would irritate the hell out of the role-playing community. And so they couldn't log in either because we were all standing in there and being like, BlackRock is down, BlackRock is down. And so it was like this weird, stupid rivalry between servers. But they instituted the Pally Rally. So on the forums, they started this up, and they're like, okay, all the paladins need to go in. We're going to create level 1 paladin characters. We're going to go and log into, I think it was Argent Dawn. We're all going to run down from the like the dwarf starting area and the human starting area, and sit at the gates of Stormwind and just start yelling for buffs to the paladin class. Like everybody. So imagine, because y'all played some World of Warcraft Classic. We did that like a year ago. Now imagine like there's probably 1,000 of us who logged into this server, ran to Stormwind. So there's 1,000 like level 1 to level 4 characters, all just yelling, "Give us our rights. We deserve better." And like most of us didn't play paladins. Now, remember, I was not playing at the time. I did not have an active subscription.
Sure.
So I logged into one of my roommates' accounts and ran down to Stormwind with everybody, and we're sitting there yelling, and a GM appeared in front of us and it's like, disperse. Your voices have been heard, but you need to disperse. And we're like, no, give us our rights. And so he literally just mass banned everyone. And just
How
like
is that a
everyone
bannable offense?
It was a 3-day ban. Oh, Witherbottom.
There's Witherbottom. What's up?
Hey,
Very brazen.
We're learning about the Pally Rally.
The Pally Rally.
oh, Pally Rally.
The brazenness of the Pally Rally.
So,
Brazen is the word of the day, by the way.
Is that Vanilla WoW?
yeah,
Yeah.
and so
Look how you knew this.
So my
Are you a participant?
my friend. So I get a
Did
3.
you speak up for Pally rights?
Did you?
I was there.
No, that was a little bit before my time.
Okay.
But I've heard this story.
What they all say.
So I get a 3-day ban. So this was on like a Thursday or Friday. You get a 3-day ban. My friend comes in on Saturday or Friday after work, and
What did you do?
he can't log in because it was on his account. So he was like, I don't know what I did. What was going on? One of my favorite things.
Wow.
Be like, for the greater good.
Yeah, it was for the paladins. I didn't even play a paladin. I played a warrior.
You just wanted to participate.
I did. It was a fun.
I get that. I'd probably do the same.
Oh, I didn't see this. If you choose to leave a family, you must wait 1 year before joining or creating a new one.
What?
Wow.
Wow.
Is that why Steam updated their terms?
No, their terms were updated.
Oh.
So I don't have a link to this, but Steam updated their terms of service or user agreement or whatever, and basically you are now. What did the screenshot say that Ski Freely sent?
Let me pull it up here.
It was you're agreeing that if you're going to sue them, you have to do it in King County, Washington State.
Oh.
So the reason they did that was because normally, like these like a class action suit would be generally how you would do things.
Yeah.
But Steam did not have a class action thing set up. They were doing with what's called arbitration. Now, arbitration can be very expensive for companies to deal with, but most of the time they're they're unsuccessful. Like they just get squashed immediately. Somehow the arbitration actually worked with Steam, and so they had to pay out the legal fees of each individual case. In a class action, you have like basically one legal fee that being done. So they kind of were just like they got kind of hosed from a legal standpoint of arbitration happened in a different country because they didn't have that in their user agreement. And so they updated that so that if you're going to sue them, you have to sue them in King County.
Interesting.
So that was, the families was not the reason why.
So if we had sued them before we clicked accept, would that work? Or...
I don't know exactly how that works.
I never.
As soon as we buy the game of the month, we are agreeing to the terms. So it said the next time you buy a game, you're agreeing.
Anyone who watches VGotM is agreeing to our terms. You can only sue
That's
us
right.
in the Vatican because that's where we're all located. That's where we're all located. Speaking of
That's
lawsuits,
pretty brazen.
it is pretty brazen. Speaking of lawsuits, I don't know if y'all heard, but Nintendo sued Palworld.
Oh, for real?
For real.
Yeah.
Get them.
They finally pulled the trigger.
Wow. And so what happened?
Well, we don't know yet.
Nothing yet.
They gotta go to Washington County.
Go to King County.
That's right.
It was a very brazen move on Nintendo's part.
Brazen.
Well, it was
Yes. Good. Well, we should get a brazen counter in the top right. Can we?
it was a
One up.
I don't know. I heard it was like they patented a gameplay feature thing, and now they're suing them like after it's already been released and everything.
Sorry.
There we go. Brazen.
Yeah, I
counter.
think
Very, very brazen.
There it is.
didn't their patent get approved in August of this year or something like that?
So yeah,
Yeah,
so it's
It
not
was like after.
it's not a copyright issue, which is what most people were thinking when they when Power World first came out, but it's a patent issue
Oh.
where Nintendo is claiming that Power World is infringing on their patents of like what's it called? I think it was the capture method.
Yeah.
Mm,
And so
interesting.
it's a like Nintendo is a pretty litigious company. Fan games are constantly like getting hit with cease and desist letters and stuff like that, like threatens of lawsuit. But a patent is different in Japan. So and so they it wasn't, the patent was filed in like 2022 is what I've read, and wasn't approved until August 2023.
Mm.
And then Power World came out, and it was one of those. It's still one of those weird areas where like they built their system already on their PAL capture, but it's one of those. I need to say brazen counter, otherwise people will not know what this is. I'm gonna make this smaller.
I need to log in to look at it.
There we go. All right.
I think you should take up the whole screen.
I don't know. That'd be pretty brazen.
Here we go again. Okay. So, yeah.
We're moving forward with this. That's good.
I don't know if I can put a background on it. I should probably do that. Yeah. So, Power World may not like. I don't know what y'all think about patent infringement and stuff like that. It's a weird issue for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the one hand, copyright is weird. So
will we get our money back?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that's right.
We were duped.
That's right. I thought I was playing Power World, not Pokemon.
I'll sue Nintendo.
There is a thing where it's like if you go and you plant your own apple tree, like most of the apple trees that we eat, or apples we eat, are not like can't be grown from the seeds. They have to be grafted, right?
Mm.
So if you go and you plant your own apple tree and then graft it in such a way to create, let's say, a Honeycrisp apple,
Mm-hmm.
you are not legally allowed to do that.
Right.
Like, because
that's weird to me.
The Honeycrisp, whoever owns the Honeycrisp patented that whole, I guess, grafting recipe. It's like, and it makes
variety or something.
Yeah, and I
live in a weird time,
right? It is very strange to me.
Freaking COVID.
That's it.
But yeah, so patents in general, I'm not a huge fan of. It's a weird thing. Like if you come up with like a similar mechanic of something without knowledge of someone else's stuff, it's a weird. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the same way with corn. If you say you have a big field of corn next door, and you plant your 10 plants of corn, if the pollen drifts over to your corn, and it's big, it was brought out with Monsanto. They were able to test your corn, and if it cross-pollinated basically with their corn and became their corn gene, they could sue you for growing their corn, essentially.
That's crazy.
That is so stupid.
Sorry, my bad for not controlling the bees.
Right? It's like,
and I told them not to, those fuckers.
They're pretty brazen.
They're those bees, those brazen bees.
I had to.
I have to think about it.
I just want to irritate. Irritate Jonah with how many times we say it.
It's very brazen of you.
I feel like I feel like
warned him.
each time it comes up is one, not like how many times it's said. You know?
Okay, all right, that's fair.
You know,
That's fair.
just keep
Yeah,
it
that would
true.
keep it.
Otherwise, we could run the numbers up. Everybody just say brazen a bunch of times, as many times as you can for the next 30 seconds.
But this is not the only thing that Pokemon has done that's sketchy. So the Pokemon company decided to hire Shawnee Armitage.
Who?
Donnie?
As DEI and social responsibility consultant. And she's someone who relishes in promoting LGBTQ stuff to young kids.
Of course.
Interesting.
Pokemon hasn't made a new game in like 20 years.
No. And it's like the idea, like, because you think of like Pokemon, it's like, it is, man, the brazen count. I'm going to change the color. Let's make it.
Add a number to it.
There we go. That's more obnoxious.
Oh.
It is one of the like ones where people kind of think is like, oh, I'll just relax. I can let my kids play this. That's fine. It's like, no. Now they're going to be like,
wrong.
Hey, Squirtle is now, I don't know, lesbian. Squirtle a girl.
Well, there are male and female versions of the Pokemon.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Male and female can Squirtle.
God.
Would it be Squirt Eye?
Squirty.
I guess.
Kirby.
Do you think they're going to have like zoophiles in there and be like, I'm just in love with my Pokemon?
I'm pretty sure they already have those.
Do they really?
That's on the metaverse.
In the company? Are you,
No, not in the company. I mean, like in the game.
Oh, I don't know. In the company, probably.
Is that canon?
We're going to change the color again.
Well, I remember like in like Red and Blue, you'd fight like Poke fans that were all like oohing and awing over their Pokemon.
Wow, that's true.
That always felt like more of like a pet thing versus a like, this is my partner thing. Like we love each other. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see. Oh,
I wouldn't be surprised.
We lost a viewer. We lost an LGBTQ.
Man, it's okay.
Oh, we had a viewer?
Yeah, but
yeah, we got him watching with the whole digging on Baptists thing. But then
that's right.
That's what lured him in.
But then when we start talking about bestiality and Pokemon, they say no, that's too much.
Just can't handle the heat.
We thought this was a family show.
I looked it up. Some guy on Reddit says yes, bestiality is in Pokemon.
Yeah, but he has a hole in his brain.
I mean, he doesn't have a snap of his brain.
And it's canon and not illegal.
Oh.
right.
Is he Mormon?
Is he like reassuring someone who asked Reddit?
Yes, he is.
It's like I'm not the only one.
I'm attracted to my Pikachu. Should I be worried? Next up, everybody put in the comments what Pokemon is most attractive.
That's true, chat. Let us know. All right. So, Kamala Harris has started putting ads on IGN.
What? For real?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
And this is one of them.
Uh-oh. I'm ready.
All right.
God.
Are you looking at it?
Oh, I don't see it.
Is it not up?
I see.
Yeah, it's up.
I see it. It's on Twitter. Is it a video?
No, it's not a video. It's just literally a still ad.
Wait, am I crazy? Where do I?
On the I'm sharing the screen.
I'm watching.
Oh, it's not a video though. It's just Project 2025.
I see it. I was like waiting for that to change. I'm a dummy. I'm a Redditor. I have a hole in my brain.
I'm pretty sure that she has a part of her brain missing, because I don't know how many times like news outlets and I don't know how many times like people have said he has nothing to do with that. Like it makes
Kamala Harris a confirmed Redditor.
What has been must be.
Yeah, she's unburdened from thinking.
I just got the Steve Buscemi meme. It's like, how are you doing, fellow gamers? But speaking of government infiltration into gaming, so one of the things with Dustborn that y'all may not know, and I don't know if we brought it up last month, or is that Dustborn was given I think a couple $1 million from their government to make Dustborn as basically an Antifa-based thing. So the United States has started investing in what it calls counter disinformation games.
Ain't no way my tax dollars went to this.
Right? In 2021, you don't pay taxes. In 2021, right. The U.S. Department of State offered a funding opportunity of $275,000 to Dutch developers to create a disinformation game.
Heck yeah.
So, on the one hand, is it Kamala or Kamala?
Camel,
huh? Is putting ads on IGN, and on the other hand, they're putting in disinformation to make sure that, or counter disinformation, right? Counter disinformation.
It's getting pretty meta.
So you're telling me this game was not satire?
Dustborn is hard to tell if it was satire.
I totally thought it was satire. So,
Dustborn sent out something to their community, all 5 of them. Since we first announced Dustborn, we've read your comments, listened to your feedback, hopes and wishes for the game. Over the past 4 years, our team has poured their hearts into telling a story that's deeply meaningful to us. A story about the power of words, about building a world where everyone can feel safe, about love, friendships, and robots. I don't know if y'all remember, but the main character smacks a robot at one point.
They were pretty fucking
mean,
prejudiced against that robot.
I'm so glad that they italicized the word everyone for emphasis.
Yeah, I didn't emphasize it very well. Thank you, Chief.
No.
For our listeners,
you're welcome.
Everyone is emphasized. So, we expected Dustborn to spark conversation and debate, and look forward to engaging with our players in a positive and constructive fashion. Unfortunately, that conversation has been drowned out by a tidal wave of hate and abuse. Mostly from the VGotM podcast.
They didn't italicize that, so it's not as emphasized.
There's more people on the podcast than played the game.
I know.
He said, bunch of bastards.
Bunch of brazen bastards.
Oh, brazen.
Oh. Nice alliteration, though. We, as the development team, welcome thoughtful feedback.
That 0 is covering up my face.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
it's a bit brazen of you to cover up my face there. Thank you.
Oh, much better. Much better.
All right. That's better. Thank you.
We welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism. We embrace discussion.
Feeling very safe in this conversation right now.
But we have 0. And I'm emphasizing that because they bolded this one.
Oh, they bolded that one. Okay, they bolded it. Good.
0.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
That's how you know they're serious.
Yes. But we have 0 tolerance for hate speech, harassment, threats of any kind. Those engaged in such behavior will be removed from our community. By the way, they turned off comments. No one can reply to this one.
That's how you know you won.
Everybody was spewing hate speech then.
Just FYI, for all our viewers, we welcome thoughtful feedback and respectful criticism, and also hate speech, harassment, and threats of any kind. Just comment.
We just want attention. Please, good or bad, we just want a little bit of attention.
Exactly. Anyway,
Red Thread Games. I wonder if they're about to shut down.
I like this.
So it says a community.
No, they've gotten
community.
They're not going to shut down. They just got taxpayer money. How are they going to shut down?
That's right. That's what this guy said. It's like, this would be more touching if you weren't funded by the tax dollars of people you hate.
And then they said that they're going to remove you from the community. Does that mean I can't play the game then?
Yeah,
if I talk bad about the game?
Even though my tax dollars paid for it, I should get a free copy.
Yeah.
That's a good point, too.
New deal, raw deal.
All right. This is a good. This is a good
tax dollars
segment.
didn't pay for it. You didn't even pay them.
Hey, now I pay my taxes.
This is a good segue. So, a hornet's nest was kicked this weekend on community.
Wait, literally or figuratively?
On Twitter.
Probably both.
On Twitter.
Okay.
That's quick.
The Godot. So Godot is a fully open source software game engine. Started to be used a lot more by game devs after the Unity debacle last year, which we talked about. A tweet was made where it's like anyone who uses a game engine is making a woke game. If you use any engine, you're making a woke game, and which is a stupid tweet to make.
Do they want everybody just to create a new engine?
Well, that was a random Twitter poster. Godot decided.
If you breathe, you're woke.
Yes. Godot decided to say, okay, so apparently using game engines is woke now. Everyone show me your woke games.
Right.
It's kind of leaning into the joke. I thought it was kind of funny. But then when someone said, I don't think woke should be in the vernacular of like an engine, they just started blocking people on Twitter and then banning them from their Discord and then banning them from their community instantly. And then they started preemptively banning and blocking people, like anyone who mentioned it at all. And then they started blocking people's GitHub accounts on GitHub. So GitHub is like the online repository for a lot of this software, so people can download and play around with the source code. So they're basically preventing people from even looking at the source code of their engine if you don't agree, trying to prevent people from looking at the source code of their engine if you're not woke enough for them. And as you can see, I have waded into the hornet's nest, and my Twitter is getting a lot of attention all of a sudden. And shortly thereafter, Godot followed me for some reason.
They could be listening.
They probably are.
Wow.
Anyway, I love this meme. You want to gloat over a dead DEI game, but you can't decide between Concord or Dustborn. Being a gamer is hard, bros.
Brutal.
Oh, man.
You know how much money PlayStation lost with Concord?
Yes.
Wait, are we there yet?
Let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. Go, do it.
They lost $400 million.
Yep.
No. 399 million.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy.
I think actually I heard somewhere that they lost more than 400 million. Like that's not the actual number. It was larger.
It is crazy. Like the debacle of Concord is 400 million people. What was it? Let me find that tweet real quick. Oh, here we go. Like, so they spent PlayStation. Well, Concord cost like $400 million roughly to make. And Squirrel with a Gun had almost 4 times as much all-time peak.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that like player metrics for the Squirrel with the Gun?
So this guy tweeted and says, "Was nice to get out of the house and leave the internet behind for a little bit. Did a bit of shopping and finally bought Concord. can't play until Saturday, but looking forward to try it out. GameStop tweets. GameStop tweets. I have some. Oh, you can't see it with the brazen counter. Hold on. I have some bad news for you.
Oh my god!
GameStop tweeted that.
GameStop
It's like he bought it from GameStop.
Wow. That is funny. GameStop being brazen. That's
embrazened.
That is funny. That is quite funny.
And then he says, "You were the ones that sold it
to me." Oh man, that's even better.
That's perfect.
What if they gave him his money back?
No, they probably told him they could buy it back for $5.
Yeah. The maximum store credit we can give you is $3. Oh, that is funny.
So Sony decided to take the unusual step of erasing every trace of Concord from players' PlayStation 5 consoles. Just completely removing it. Like, so the servers came down on September. Yep.
Jeez.
They just automatically refund your money?
They did. They did mass refunds. Well, we would say mass, but it was probably like, $30,000 total.
Yeah. Wow.
That's crazy.
Man, do you think we could do what movie was it that everybody like hated and then the internet pretended like they wanted it to come out again?
Morbius.
Do you think we could do that with Concord? You're like, no, we love that game, and then force them to re-release it and lose another $400 million.
Y'all remember when the Green Cowboy in Concord said it's Concording time?
I don't remember.
No, because no one ever played the game.
It's Morbius time. Dude, I freaking love the Morbius memes. That was a highlight of existence.
I love it when the internet just kind of comes together. It's like, we're going to do this.
Back when 4chan had power.
Yeah, before it became to a dev or a federal fed up.
It's the FBI got to all the trendsetters.
So this original tweet is from one of the lead artists at Concord, and he says, I don't know.
They say,
excuse me. Pretty soon these weirdos will have no games to buy at all.
Is that the same one that said the people that don't buy their game are talentless freaks?
No, not the same one. So they have multiple people going after.
I mean, I imagine they'd have to get a particularly like-minded set of people to work on that game. For it to end up how it did.
This whole Concord thing reminds me of them trying to revive the G4 show.
Right.
And like that chick was like, if this is just for guys to look at like hot girls and you're not even in the right spot, and then the show like got canceled.
Yeah, Prosk. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
Especially since they had like Olivia.
The only reason everybody watched that show back in the day was because of Olivia Munn. Thank you very much.
Yep. Yeah. All right. I love this tweet because it's similar to it's right up Concord's alley. It's like, artists, AI is unethical, soulless, immoral, and destroying every medium. Also, artists, look at my art.
Wait, isn't that like the battle, like the heroes scene in Concord before they start the match?
Yes.
And then what the heroes look like?
It's almost exactly what they look like.
It was so funny.
It's actually a dude.
Finding like videos of people, while the Concord game was still up, finding videos of people playing it, and they were like, "Oh, this game is so inclusive. Look at this. Oh, it's so great. I just love it. I hope every game is like this." And then, it was canceled 2 days later and shut down. And it's just so funny.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, the pronouns didn't save the game. Are we going to talk about Dragon Age any?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
Chief is leading the charge into the next
Thank
segment.
you, Chief. You're a king.
Can we talk about Concord?
Oh, wait, I guess we mentioned this.
Oh, it's already offline.
It's already offline.
Yeah, wow.
Wow.
September 6th.
That was like almost a whole month ago.
I know. I told you, so many things happened.
Dang.
So, there was another game. So we had 3 epic failures on the AAA front last month.
It was the Star Wars one, right?
Yeah, good memory, Ninja.
Thanks.
Oh, yeah, Star Wars.
And I know we're fans of Paul Tassi because of his work with Destiny.
Oh, Paul Tassi. He's starting to piss me off.
But from the CEO of Ubisoft, polarized comments. It's like, I want to reaffirm that we're an entertainment-first company trying to create games for the broadest possible audience. And then Paul Tassi, like, it's embarrassing that Ubisoft is admitting they're actually rattled by the culture war stuff over Outlaws and Shadows.
Oh, did you hear about Shadows?
No.
Are we going to talk about that too?
No, tell him.
Shadows has been delayed until like February of next year.
Oh, wow.
It was supposed to, I think, come out in October.
What is Shadows?
Shadows was a new Assassin's
Creed.
Oh,
Black Samurai.
Yeah, I saw like Instagram ads for it, of all places.
Yeah, it's not super surprising. So on September 9th, the Ubisoft shareholders demanded that the Ubisoft go private and replace the CEO because of it.
Uh-oh.
They lost. So I think pull up the share price real quick. You guys can hear me click, 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 click.
Clickety.
Is it a good time to buy Ubisoft?
Yeah, buy the dip.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It might get. I don't know. It might get better.
Wow.
It's down 55% over the course of a year. Over the last month, is down 40%.
Wow.
After all this, so it totally makes sense to me that they, like, if I was a shareholder, who would ever be stupid enough to be a shareholder in Ubisoft? But if I was, I would absolutely be asking for him to, asking for the CEO to step down. Like, it wasn't a failure on epic proportions. They got down to like $2 or $3 for a little bit.
No.
Not that we care about stocks here. Oh yeah. So we saw
go ahead.
We saw the chart of Dustborn, or the message from like red thread to the community, right? We saw that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And some guy's like, bro, just DM all of your community. You don't need to tweet it, just DM
it. Get a group message you on.
Oh my gosh, their all-time peak was only 80. Oh my gosh.
No way. For
so
real.
Bad.
Dang, that's brutal.
Like, I think my game, like, it's not that great, and I think I could get better than that.
What was their sales?
Yeah.
Actually, it's a good question.
84. One guy just never booted it up.
Man, Mass Refund genuinely was the cheapest option.
All right, so Dustborn sales, the estimated
only
copies sold was
3,000 copies.
Oh,
they
no.
Crazy.
Only
$80,000.
Dang.
Wow.
Look at all these tags. LGBTQ, psychological horror, political,
Female protagonist.
So what? The government gave them.
The government gave them more money to make this game than
it made.
than they made selling
Oh
it.
my god.
That's not propaganda.
Wow.
Maybe they bid for that government money. That's why it was so bad. It was the cheapest studio that would do that.
All right. Do you guys want some fun news?
I do.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Deadlock, Valve's new MOBA, has a notification that pops up onto and so the player, a notification will pop up to all the players in the game and say one of the players in this game has been found cheating either previously or is cheating in the game. And then you can vote to turn them into a frog or just kick them from the game immediately. And this is what the frog looks like. The player right here. And so that's all they can do. And I think once they die, they get just auto-booted.
That's funny.
That is an
That's
amazing
awesome.
anti-cheat.
Wow.
I love Valve.
That's great. I don't know. Peter's going to get mad at him.
Probably. Peter gets mad at everybody.
They should be happy they're including frogs in the game.
All right.
Yeah, that's like frogs have always been underrepresented in video games.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
It's about time that we give the frog populace some representation.
Okay, so we're not going to show the actual sound on these. Okay? But on September 17th, something honestly crazy, incredible, and scary happened. Okay? And I don't know if y'all saw this, but we're going to watch this.
Oh, boy.
No one... All right.
What,
So we start off. Watch this guy's
his
bag
whole
right
leg
here.
off?
Okay. Oh my word.
Okay, and he just
Whoa.
lies on the ground complaining for a little bit.
Andy.
Here's another one. So watch this guy. Or sorry, you guys can't see the cursor. Watch the guy in the yellow on the left-hand side. It'll take a second. So he's doing cash. He's doing cash. Cell phone rings. Can't figure out what's going on. And whoa!
Whoa.
Oh, right in his face. Oh, my God.
Exploded, knocked his hat off. Okay.
I love it.
These are
Terrorists.
yes, Hezbollah
Terrorist
agents
fighter.
who's not sure if it's pagers or phones
They're calling them. They're calling them
Pagers and
pagers.
walkie-talkies, both of
that
them.
are exploding. And it happened
Proud
to
American.
between 500 and 1,000 people at once,
Wow.
all across
No,
the
I heard it
the
was-
last number was 2,300.
Okay.
Wow.
Apparently, what
Like
happened?
700 people died from it.
Wow.
Apparently, what? Oh, no! Don't move that. Leave that alone.
All terrorists.
The last thing that like basically what people think happened is that somehow Israel got a hold of these pagers and packed them with explosive.
No.
Before sending
They
them
made the pagers.
They were not. I believe they were made in Eastern Europe somewhere.
Yeah, they made a fake company that makes pagers.
Oh.
And yeah, they made the pagers with explosives in them.
Is that like the Verizon we'll buy back your phone any year?
We'll buy back your phone and
condition.
ship it off to Hezbollah. I think that the fake company is just deployed to let people think that their phones can't just explode on a random RFID.
I mean, they make more than just terrorist pagers too, but the pagers were the reason why they made the company.
More than just terrorist pagers. Can you imagine what if you were like a doctor who's like, I think I'm just going to go, cheap out a little bit and buy some of these cheap pagers from Eastern Europe, and you're like, doing your thing.
Whoa.
Plane flies overhead and just explodes.
Do you know the name? He's from the Young Turks.
Cenk Uygur.
Cenk, whatever his last name is.
Yeah.
Uygur. Yeah.
Yeah, he tweeted the day that happened. Like, obviously he's a Hezbollah supporter. Like, he supports all the terrorists. He was like, from now on, you better check. He tweeted like, from now on, check to make sure that your electronics aren't made from Israel, because it'll just blow you up if you buy them.
Yep.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure they're not selling that to non-terrorists. So I'm okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. From what I read, it sounded like it was like a large order that Hezbollah made. So
yeah, they had to do the supposedly they had to do the explosions earlier than they wanted to, because like Hezbollah caught wind of it or something. So then they were like, okay, think, and then blew them up. So yeah,
too good.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it is crazy. All right, breaking news. You heard it from VGotM.
Oh my god!
10 days late.
Breaking?
Yeah, not brazen. Shoot.
Oh
my gosh.
Okay.
Okay. Speak about this, and then I want you to just hear how stupid this is. Go ahead.
You want to actually hear what?
No, I mean you can listen to that.
I haven't listened to it.
Speak about it, but you need to listen. Oh, you've never listened to her talk?
I've never listened to her.
Listen to her talk.
Okay.
Yeah, like
well, we'll read the tweet
clip.
first. So, the Veilguard character customization features have been revealed. You can call yourself a Lamborghini and choose they, them, non-binary pronouns. But that's not all. Players can now customize female characters' chest and add top surgery scars.
Yep.
No, and cellulite.
Sorry.
Let me switch windows real quick.
Oh, Quarter Black Garrett.
Yeah, get to shelter because this game's about to
bomb. I love Quarter Black Garrett.
All
right,
great.
All right, I haven't listened to it, so
that's funny.
Let me know if y'all can't hear it, okay?
All right.
Let's hear what this person has to say.
But he, him, she, her, and they, them, and then your gender is man, woman, non-binary. Love that. Love the inclusivity. Top surgery scars are also included in this for all of our trans and non-binary rooks out there. I absolutely was blown away by this. It's beautiful to see the inclusion in the game and to see yourself represented. But he, him, she, her.
Oof.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. What year is Dragon Age Inquisition supposedly like based in?
Yeah, they be doing surgeries and shit.
I don't actually know.
Isn't it like dragons? So you
it's
think
like a medieval fantasy,
way medieval BC,
it's like dark
right?
fantasy.
Why are they doing surgeries if they have magic?
Dark fantasy.
Yeah,
like
it's a good question, Salty, because like
inclusivity.
There's an inclusivity thing where it's like D&D. They want to have make sure that all dungeons have ramps for wheelchairs because some characters like to play as wheelchair. And it's and people are responding to can't they just heal them with magic?
Yeah.
And everyone's like, just be inclusive. Stop being so intolerant.
Be inclusive.
It makes no sense to me. Well,
we can continue.
I have no words. I can't even form a sentence on how. This is what our games have become.
Maybe Bill Cosby can form a sentence.
Okay.
No.
Bet you Diddy could.
Okay, so.
Oh, Diddy. Oh my God.
Let's say you are like a trans person who had that surgery, right? Why would you want the surgery scars on your character in a video game?
Wouldn't you just play as a dude?
Yeah, why would you want... I feel like you wouldn't want the scars, even if you did go through that in, real life, you know?
What is that? The Dragon Age female character max glute size? And the
dog. Well, and I'm getting mad at Destiny again too, but they did the same thing in Destiny. So when I think the update before the last DLC went out, the final shape, they added a feature where you could change your you could customize your character again. Used to, once you made your character, that was it. You couldn't customize anything. Well, they added that back in 10 years later. They were like, okay, we can let you customize your character. Literally, it was because of only the trans employees at Bungie They're like, can you add this back in because my players doesn't represent me anymore? Like I was a man when I made this, and now I cut off my balls, and I need to be a female character in the game. They spent like millions of dollars to do that, and no one was really asking for it. But they did it anyway.
I think that was a good idea to add that back in, because when I play games, sometimes I want to redo the character.
Yeah, I understand, Salty. When you play games, sometimes you want to cut your balls off. I understand.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you get it. Like,
I have never
all that ESO.
I have never once ever changed a character face after making a character. Like Fallout 4, Elder Scrolls, once I make the character, just play the damn game. Who cares what you look like?
Well, sometimes it just bugs me about how fucking ugly the character looks, you know?
Well, then why'd you make him that way?
I don't know why I made him that way.
Okay. Spend some time making your character and you don't have to do that anymore.
It should come as no surprise about Dragon Age Veilguard.
Oh, wait. How many? Wait.
Because
he's
the game director.
Queerosexual.
He describes himself as a queerosexual gendermancer.
Wow.
And the game is inherently queer.
What a title.
See? Okay. This MOBA idea we had from the beginning is going to take off. Like, you can make a gendermancer.
That's very original.
Most your spell is like turning the gender of your enemies.
You turn them into women and they're weaker.
And it's like, you just wave your magic wand and all of a sudden all the men just lose their dicks.
He's casting.
They grow boobs and get distracted.
And they grow boobs. It's like, oh, look at that.
Casting testicular torsion.
Dragon Age Veilguard. Can I cut off my breasts? Yes. Can I add cellulite? Yes. Can I add what is this? Vitiligo? Yes.
I don't even know what that is.
Can I enlarge my chest and have thin hips to reflect my anatomy as a woman? No. You should be ashamed. This doesn't make any sense. Let's check out who the director is. Oh.
Oopsie.
Looks like he has heavy Instagram filters on.
Wait, which one's the most current?
I can remove that from my bookmarks now.
Oh, vitiligo is that, like, when like darker skinned people have patches of light skin.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if I like get sunburnt in a weird shape,
no, I don't think it's the same thing.
Can I put like can I force vitiligo?
No, it's vitiligo. It's a chronic.
That's what Michael
disease.
Jackson had.
Michael Jackson didn't actually get surgery to become white.
Well, he was turning
infected
white
himself with vitiligo,
and then he just like continued the process.
Did he know he could go to like a tanning booth?
It doesn't work that way. I know you're just trolling, but it doesn't work that way.
It is a disease. That's not like something people have control over.
So is alopecia. Can I have alopecia on my character?
What is alopecia?
Yeah, just have a bald head. You'll be okay.
Oh.
And just remove the eyebrows.
Oh, man. What a great month for content.
It's been a crazy month.
Oh, man. Loved it. On to Core Keeper.
On to P. Diddy.
Oh, man. We could talk about P. Diddy.
Oh, put up the picture of his bathroom.
All right, I'll look it up.
I haven't seen that, actually.
It's insane.
I'm not Googling that.
It's crazy. Pull it up.
Okay, so someone give like the
I'll pull it up.
No. Oh yeah, pull up the bathroom. But someone give the lowdown on P. Diddy because I have not been paying too much attention.
Oh,
I haven't either.
He raped Justin Bieber.
Do I have to turn safe search off to find his bathroom?
No, just look up P. Diddy bathroom.
I did. There's nothing in there.
Hold on. I'm look up P. Diddy FBI bathroom.
FBI bathroom.
It should be like the first picture.
Female body inspector? What?
Here, I'll post the image. It's pretty bad though. Like the quality. Oh, never mind. I found a better one.
Oh my gosh! What the hell?
That's baby oil. They found 1,000. They found 1,000 bottles of baby oil in his bathroom.
No.
Where do I see it?
It's
I'm
separate in memes.
my bad.
Uh-oh.
That's crazy. All right. Well. All right.
Are you gonna show it?
Yeah. Okay. So.
Oh man, dude.
Look at all that.
Now, there's
Poor
actually
Justin
also,
Bieber.
Right.
There's,
Good grief.
He's like 50 now, right?
Is that his
no,
toilet over there under the sink?
Yeah, he did it to so many celebrities, I think. I don't think it was just Justin Bieber.
Oh my
well, actually, now it's come out that most of that probably isn't like baby oil or lubricant. Supposedly, it's some type of like ecstasy drug that would paralyze you.
That's worse.
It would like paralyze you.
Oh my
And-
god.
That's so much
I
worse.
feel so bad for
Cosby
Justin
learned from
Bieber.
P. Diddy parties.
Right?
No wonder why Bieber sounded like that.
And then ever since like he was arrested and stuff, hundreds of celebrities have like scrubbed their entire
Oh yeah, I did
like
see that.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitters, everything. Just like completely scrubbed it.
Mm-hmm. Beyonce,
They don't want anything to do.
Beyonce deleted a bunch of tweets and stuff like that.
So like
I saw even who's the not the Little Rock,
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, there was a
Little
video.
Rock.
He's like, no, get me away from that bed.
Like how we all knew who you meant too.
Yeah.
To be fair, he's almost like a child himself, so P. Diddy probably.
Right.
So
He's like, ooh.
the other thing is there's a lot like that's starting to come out. Like, have you heard about what Janet Jackson has been saying?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's absolutely nuts. Like, Janet Jackson has finally come out and was saying like that Michael Jackson was 100% like innocent. He was never this perv. What he did was he took the fall for Diddy and all that to like protect those kids.
Oh no,
Oh, like Neverland.
Yeah, and so like he made like that Neverland place to like protect like the kids, and I was like, oh, so Macaulay Culkin was getting diddled by those other people and not him. And he was like, so he basically took the blame, but there was like no proof that he actually did it. Like he was just like, it was just word of mouth. And so I have was basically the fall man.
I have heard that Jackson was trying to protect the kids.
And guess who the prosecutor was in Michael Jackson's case? Kamala Harris.
Oh, it's House of Cards the whole way up.
P. Diddy,
wow,
Beyonce, Jay-Z, they are all in on this.
Dang.
And so P. Diddy if he dies in prison, I'm not going to be surprised that he doesn't, but he's already said like, I'm going to name drop everybody to get a better deal.
Yeah, he's absolutely going to die. And plus, they're not going to like, even if you name drop everybody, they wouldn't tell us.
That's true.
She's going to pull a Hillary Clinton on him.
But why is your dude like crazy? Your dude has like Tourette's. He's just bouncing all over the place.
What is up with
this? This is the lag.
This server was
server lag.
We're gonna blame Trouble for that.
I thought it was like an ability or something.
No, yeah, I thought you were like using like Sonic the Hedgehog speed or something. I was like,
tool assisted core keeper.
No,
the Titans with lag.
Yeah.
You have like instant transmission. You're just zipping everywhere.
As soon as you had more than one person in the server, if you weren't like right next to each other, even if you were right next to each other, it was really bad. But it was definitely worse when you were spread out.
Yeah, there's some Ski Freely. Every time I logged in with Ski Freely, it was bad too.
If someone, like, especially in the Titan fights, if someone died, you would get super laggy, and you just had to like stay alive until the person could get back, so that it wouldn't be quite so laggy. But yeah, most of my videos
unplug your internet from your potato.
I think this was Troll's internet. That was a problem.
Yeah, the lag was really bad whenever you got multiple people in.
She's zipping around. You can't even knock the crystal.
Yeah, it was very frustrating.
You're not even standing still.
Oh man, I'm amazed. Like, I didn't realize it was this bad for you, because I was like, any amount of lag, I was like, I hate this already.
Yeah, it was frustrating.
Jarna, did you have any lag when you logged into our server?
No.
That's really weird.
Yeah, so I think there's something weird with Troubles going on. Well,
okay.
Now that we've gotten to the Pizzagate conspiracies, let's talk about some Core Keeper, huh?
Yeah.
So Core Keeper, when we first started playing it, I had a different understanding of what it was trying. Well, I think I had the right understanding of what it was trying to be, which is kind of like a Terraria, Factorio, like survival crafting game, right? And I don't think it did a great job at any singular one of them. I feel like Terraria is just generally. Oh, Trouble says.
Oh, is he listening?
Yes.
This is awkward.
Oh no!
Trouble, unplug your internet from a potato.
He's like, I'd like to say something, but my internet won't let me.
I'd like to join, but I can't right now because my internet's a potato. Can't join the video chat.
Trouble, if you went in, just ping the Discord server. I'll get you in. You can defend your honor.
Oh man.
Where was? Oh, so I don't think it did any ever, like all of it. Like, it was a solid experience all around, and I really enjoyed it. Oh, hey, here's our first.
I think the Casio calculators you guys call computers. That's a funny one. Good. Good singer.
So, like, there's a lot of things in here that I think are, I would call them like 75% fleshed out, is what it felt like. Basically, you're dropped down into the middle of a cave, and you have to mine your way around, slowly expanding like a top-down, two-dimensional
Minecraft.
Yeah. And different from Terraria. Terraria is side-scroller, but there are mobs or bosses that you have to fight, and like kind of the goal seems to be like gaining power from the stuff that you craft, from the ores that you find, from the resources you find, so that you can fight the next Titan. I don't even know what the win condition was. Does anyone Undermine, did you get to the win condition on your private server?
I did not.
So I think we killed 3 with the one, and we killed 3 of the Titans.
So there's the 3 like bosses in the starter area, and then there's 3 Titans that are outside of the starter area, and then there's 3 more Titans that are even further out. So we only killed the I guess we got 6 of 9 like story bosses, but there's also a couple other bosses in there too, like the Hive Mother and the Igneous Blob and like things like that aren't considered Titans, but they're still.
Is the Igneous Blob the slime, the blue slime?
It's like the magma slime, I think.
Oh, the magma. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you're really bad at this whole reading music thing.
Yeah. Well, so I totally just ignored the notes. This is the first music door I came to, and I was just like, I totally ignored the notes on the door, and it was just like, I'm just gonna try every button until it works. And then I was talking to Ski Freely, and I was like, man, it took me a while. And he's like, they're just musical notes. I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot. That's why I named this video "Bad Music Door," but it didn't come.
So basically, like, I think my frustrations, besides the lag on Trouble's VM, my main frustrations with the game were, as you're going through, I didn't find a compelling reason to explore, and when I did find, like, there was like, okay, I want to increase, like, get to the next resource, right? But it was so hard to find, like, the bosses you're supposed to fight, where I don't even know how you found the ocean one, Wither Bottom.
So you can get you can make items that will find the bosses for you.
Oh.
But that I didn't actually end up using any of those items. So I ended up finding all the boss zones just by chance, just by running around and getting lucky. But if you go to the ancient hologram thing, you can create an item that will show you on the map where the bosses are. So if you
they're really expensive.
Yeah, they're really expensive. So if you're having a really hard time finding them, or if you just don't, or if you would rather just mine the resources and then pay to have them shown to you, then you can do it that way. But I was able to find all the boss locations just by exploring. Well, the 3 that we found, I didn't find that. And this video shows a little bit of the automation sides of things.
So what were you like? So walk me through the exploring side of it. Like, what compelled you to explore on it?
Well, a lot of it was finding resource nodes so that we could have resources to build what we wanted to build, right? Like build armor and things. So right here, I found 3 octarine nodes, and I was like, oh, cool. Like I'll mine those all out. And then I was like, okay, well now I need to find galaxites. So now I went, looking through the desert to find galaxite, and then I stumbled across the raw Akar whatever zone.
You're so laggy.
It's so bad. It was so frustrating. So for me, and then at one point I was like, well, I really want a better sledgehammer. So I'm gonna go explore through the desert and try to find some like temples or like labyrinths and try to get a better sledgehammer, kind of thing like that. So there was things like that, because you can't actually craft the sledgehammers. You have to find those ones.
The sledgehammers are awesome.
Yeah. And so there's stuff like that. And I was like, mostly it was me trying to find resource nodes, which is why I explored, was I was trying to find more resource nodes. But yeah.
So when I was like trying to find, I ended up just looking for ore most of the time, and just like grabbing a whole bunch of ore. And that was my method of exploration. But then I just like, at a certain point, I was like, I have so much ore, I didn't see a compelling reason to continue gathering it, I guess. Like I was just like, okay, like we have enough for the pick, because that's all I really cared about, was like making sure I could mine the next thing.
Yeah.
But it's like, but
so you need like 100 octarine bars and a bunch of other stuff to make the portals, so that you can transport
100
easily. Yeah, it's 100 octarine bars to make a portal, and then like you have to have like 100 iron, and they're pretty resource intensive.
Yeah, they're big.
And so that's part of the reason why I was going for those resource and things, so that we could build portals, and if someone came in, we could build them a full set of armor and things like that. I don't know. It was kind of fun too, like just exploring and finding those nodes and stuff like that.
I enjoyed the mindlessness. Well, not mindless, like the coziness of it. I guess is probably the best way to put it. I think I got also not mild, like an inkling of frustration. Whereas like there are certain aspects of like builds that you can do, where it's like your staffs, like your magic staffs, your summoning things like this, the gear that like helps you build out your character a little bit more, and that was entirely reliant on just random circumstance of finding it.
Yeah.
And it's like, and easily missed, like it's all in chests. And so it's like you could just go through and never see something like that, and there's a huge dopamine hit when you do find something, which is awesome. But it's like if you're looking for one thing in particular, like I have no idea where to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to look for. I don't know how to find this. And it's like you're just like almost like a like just clearing swaths, hoping that you come across some sort of chest.
Which is why the sledgehammers are awesome.
Sledgehammers are awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, I had a fun time with the game, but I can see how it's a little muddled in its like identity, I guess. I feel like it's trying to do a few too many things.
I would say
instead of trying to like do one thing well, right? And but I had a fun time. I think one of my favorite things about it was when you're mining with a pickaxe, it automatically moves you forward, which was super nice. Like that's a really good mechanic for anyone who wants to do a survival crafting game. Yeah. So if you're mining, you can just not move forward, but as soon as you break that block, your guy will automatically move a step forward, and so you can just keep mining. So
that was lost on me.
Yeah. So super handy thing there. So I don't know. I thought it was a fun game. Did
you guys ever get the ray gun that like shot the radioactive?
No.
No.
Did you come across the radioactive orbs?
I came across crystals, yeah.
There's like a ray gun that you find, I guess, somewhere. I found one. Like you said, though, I didn't know. It just randomly popped up one day in the chest, like that I found.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how you can kill it with that little, like, it's like a ray gun, basically, or electric gun. But that that mined really quickly, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so Undermine, you didn't play on our server because of the lag. Trouble.
But yeah, I named this video the Good Ship Lag Boat.
That's too funny. It's like he had engine troubles.
So Undermine, like what about your experience with everything?
So yeah, my wife and I played, and it was a lot of fun. So right away we found the first boss, I guess, right close to our base. And then she was doing more of like the gardening, and I was doing more of like the crafting and exploring.
Ski Freely was like all of our wives in.
Yeah, it's like she kept us fed pretty good. And then but then when we go after a Titan, so we only got 2 of the Titans. But I can't remember what it was. It was the bird and
the bug?
Maybe the bug. I think it was the bug. Well, the beetle.
Yeah,
the beetle. Yeah, the bug. So we got 2 of those. We explored a lot of the desert. I would say almost like 100% of the desert was explored.
Right.
And we went to the outer band. So
I didn't even see the outer band.
Yeah, we didn't get
the outer band was like a magical place.
A magical place.
Kind of like dark creatures, if that makes sense.
With
like if you were to go to like
charm.
the deep sea.
Yes.
Only the most brazen would go out there.
Indoors.
Snuck one in there on you.
Oh, did I miss one?
Got it.
Yeah.
Take it away, Penny.
But so I didn't go out there very far, but we did
such a beautiful voice.
But the thing that I got most frustrated about was kind of like you said, like I never built any of my armor. And the only thing because I always found armor that was better than what I could build at the next bench. So my armor was always 2, at least 3 levels above what I could build at the next bench.
With the bottom, you can't aim for shit.
Wow.
And then also,
I mean, you're not wrong.
This explains Rocket League so much.
Yeah.
Wow.
with the building, I tried to kind of explore the circuitry a little bit and the electricity side of it, and I got really frustrated at how it was just not thought out, I guess, if that makes sense. Like, in my opinion, I'd want like more switches and more, like, I'd love to be able to run into a room and it turn on like a hallway of lights, or even, and I read some game developing forums later that said that eventually, this was like 2 years ago or a year ago, said that it would like to be able to organize chess.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, so it would actually sort chess for you. The electricity would like count what you have in there and sort chess. And that was another thing I got, that we had so many chests of like just things that you were like, I don't know if I need this, but I guess we'll store it, you know? So I don't know. That was kind of my brief synopsis.
And
that's always been an issue.
Can you walk in a straight line?
No, I can't.
Follow my eyes.
Luckily, there was no boat police on the lake.
Yeah, you're like a drunk driver.
And that's always kind of a problem with like these crafting games, is you end up with just like so much stuff and not like a good way to, like, unless you are really.
No wonder you never get hit by those tentacles either. You're dodging immediately.
That's the trick.
Unless you're really good at like really conscious about organizing your chests, eventually you end up with just like a ton of stuff in all these different places.
Yeah.
And I did like how if a chest or a workstation was adjacent to a chest, you could pull from that chest. That was nice.
That was a good idea.
But I feel like they could have expanded it to like, what game did we play that had like a zone? Was it Pal World that had like a zone? As long as it was in the zone, you could use whatever was in there.
That was an awesome mechanic for a survival crafting game.
Yeah, and that's what we ended up doing, was making it a 4x3 or whatever zone.
Mm-hmm.
And then my wife actually went through all the chests and started making it to where like this one was food and this one was seed and this one was armor. But we had like 4 chests of armor that we never would have used ever. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I just ended up scrapping everybody's. I would go and like loot Witherbottom and Ski Freely's rooms and just go to scrap parts.
And so that's the thing, is like you get to the, like, I always think like, oh yeah, I'm going to design my room and I'm going to keep it super organized. And then like halfway through the game, I'm like, no, just dump it so I can keep going.
Yeah.
Like, just find an empty chest, dump it. There's not an empty chest. I'll make a new empty chest. Dump it.
And then you need to dump all.
Yeah. Well, they did have like I did like their like they had a button that was like move everything that matches. So like if you had something in your inventory and it was in the chest, you could click it and it would take it from your inventory and put it in the chest if there was a matching thing there. So that was a nice, like, easy way to like.
But then armor couldn't stack, which I kind of understand, but it was a little bit frustrating. But overall, it was fun. I mean, I spent like 40 hours on it. I'm not gonna lie, like it was.
No, I had a wonderful time, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who loves like a survival crafting. Like, I thought they did a solid job with it, with the survival crafting genre, like almost like a little bit of a Valheim feel, where it's like explore the exploration side of it and like searching for the bosses to go and kill, versus just like a little bit of like a cozy just
and it can really kind of just be what you want it to be, right? Like you could just spend the entire time farming if that's what you wanted to do. Like you don't have to go out and kill the Titans if you don't want to do that. But like, so I feel like there's a little piece of something for everybody, which is maybe where it gets
trying to kill you.
Yeah.
Like,
at least I never had like
get that one that was the under the water. Did you kill that one? We were tracking it.
Yeah, the Ocean Titan or the Sea Titan or whatever.
It was 1 second here. What was that one that we were tracking? Is it Pydra? You guys remember that one? Pydra?
I don't think we ran into Pydra, did we?
No, okay. You couldn't see it. Like we found it. We did the little like, where is it? Magic. But it was like a tidal wave essentially when it went past you. But if you didn't know it, then it's not a big deal. But we might update the group when we kill it.
So I do have one question for Ninja and Chief.
Dude.
Mm-hmm.
So both of you guys generally like survival crafting games, but both of you kind of were like jumped in and were like, nope. As soon as you got in, I was curious why.
Oh, I mean, it might be a lame answer, but it's like it's the same that we've seen. It's kind of what you said. It's like the same that we've seen, but not done as well.
Okay.
And it's easy to sniff in a new game. You know, I mean, like you can kind of tell whenever there's like, oh, like we've seen this mechanic before and we've seen it done really, really well, but this clearly isn't to the same level as like Terraria or Minecraft or any, name any other survival crafting that became really popular.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, there was the lag, I guess. But like, honestly, I kind of fought through the lag. I was just like, oh, it's another survival crafting where we very slowly gain like the same kind of progression of resources, and we're gonna do the same thing where we make the next level of weapons, we make the next level of pick, we make the next level of shovel and armor, and then boom, it's on to the next. And I did a Titan fight, I participated a little bit. I did that. And that was fun. I liked the Titan fights. Again, seen it, it's been done. It's been done well. It's not that it didn't do well in Core Keeper, it just was like, I don't know.
It wasn't horrible.
That on top of it, the fact that it was a busy month on my end.
Oh, here you go. Here's another.
I didn't fight this guy.
Oh yeah, we fought this one.
Did you record the water guy?
No, I forgot to record that one.
The pain of my widescreen.
Maybe I'm just getting to be an old and crotchety gamer, and I'm
already.
So
yeah.
Why was the reason that I didn't like, or what was the reason why I didn't like Outer Wilds?
Uh-oh.
There was no guiding. You didn't have a hand holder.
There was no clear direction. And that's why I kind of got out of it. I was like, because I joined in, like I think I might have been the first person in the server whenever it first loaded up. I was like, I was looking around. I was digging around in the dark because I didn't know how to make a torch, because nothing ever said, there was no like, oh, if you need to make a torch, here's how you do it. Oh, thank you. So now this is how I can use my crafting. Oh, okay. So I can start building things. No, it was just like, here you go. So again, I don't like just like, I like being shown new mechanics on stuff so I can see, okay, this is how you're supposed to do it. Gives you a little bit of guidance. And then it's like, okay, here you go.
Because are you more of like the time is money mindset of you don't want to waste a lot of time trying to figure it out? You'd like to rather progress.
Yes, that's why I like Satisfactory so much. There's a clear given direction, instruction of what needs to get done.
A sensual female robot voice telling you what to do.
I mean, you always do love listening to that too. But I'm just saying there's clear and concise direction.
Ooh.
And there's not a Tourette's syndrome happening on the screen at the same time.
See, and I feel like whenever I'd log into the server and the lag, I also got frustrated where I was like, nope, and I don't want to lag for anyone else. But like
also I was only gone for one day. Like I went in, I built like a little table or whatever, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna come back later. I come back later, like a day later after, and the whole thing was just like dug out. There was all this stuff everywhere, and I was like,
penises everywhere.
Like, I have no idea what's happening. So
you went
I'm
into
out.
my room
And
ditties,
baby oil lined up all
everywhere.
No, that is
I took a swig and I felt pretty weird.
That's something that I've noticed with like the with survival crafting games, like when I play Valheim with y'all and stuff like that. If I miss one day, like it feels like I'm no idea what's going on. I'm basically just along for the ride. And
Ninja says, "Take all this gear."
Yes, basically.
But Ninja's like, "I made enough." gear for everybody. Take some, and we're gonna go fight something. You're like, okay, let's go.
Fantastic. And I love
am
it.
surprised that I liked Valheim as much as I did because there wasn't as much clear direction, but there was still a direction to go. There just wasn't there wasn't.
Well, they
You know what I
said like
mean?
Yeah,
you have to defeat the Guardians, and then after you defeat the Guardians, they say, okay, now you have to go defeat the Titans, and then. But I guess they didn't really explain the mechanics of the game, which it seems like that's where it got troublesome for you.
Like all there was just this shiny big ball in the middle. I had no idea what interacting, nothing. And then I was digging around and got killed by a slimy thing. I was like, okay, well, this was fun. And then I left and came back, and then the whole thing
Sorry,
was all...
I just let all those triangles right into you.
No, I think that like again, like it's one of those critiques of the survival crafting genre for me is like if you miss a day, you don't know what to do. And
Also, the one thing I hate too, like that drives me crazy, is repairing weapons.
Oh yeah.
I hate that mechanic in every survival thing. Like if a game has it where you don't have to repair stuff, I'm so much more happy.
I did
Pal
like
World had it like that. That was the one thing I hated the most about Pal World was repairing my stupid weapons. I
did think that Core Keeper did really well is there was no ammunition.
Mm-hmm.
Because I also hate having to reload your bow or having to like go make stones or something. This one, you just had unlimited ammunition. You had a cooldown on some things, but you had unlimited ammunition for the most part, which I thought was nice.
Death.
Also, apparently, I was like the Necromancer. Is that like the hardest one to start as or something?
Yeah, I didn't do very well as a Necromancer. I played a Necromancer also, and it was...
Whoa.
Like all I did was just summon bats, and they just followed me around. They didn't even attack people.
The bats were very low. Were they the minions?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the minions, I had 5 minions at one point because I did like the minion weapon, and they never killed. Like, and I even had like minion buffs and stuff like that, and they were garbage. So I don't know if that was a oversight in the game.
Yeah, the minions in general weren't very good. Like it would be better for me to go like a melee build, I think, of some kind. And I ended up like getting a fire axe, and like I just enjoyed the game more as a melee guy.
And I was an archer, I think. So.
Oh, that's right. He healed a bunch because we all died. Forgot about that.
But yeah, the minions, they never killed. Or even attacked once or a couple times, but
yeah, so I would say like if you like the art style and you generally like survival crafting, 100% play the game. I thought it was a very fun game. I enjoyed it a lot. I know that Underminer like would stay up later than usual, which is great.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, and I love games like that. I didn't play it like when I would come in solo. If I wasn't playing with, I would just go and collect a whole bunch of ore, and I was like, this is okay. But it's like as soon as I was playing with Witherbottom, he was like, hey, we're gonna go do this. I was like, this is way more fun. I think I came across some temples. Like there's a lot of like weird exploration opportunities.
Yeah,
like the mazes and stuff.
Yeah, that I thought was really interesting and a lot of fun, but I end up in a situation like where like they were so hard to like you could never find them, and so I'm like I don't know if I was supposed to like follow the trails. Like I don't know how is it. I don't. I think it's procedurally generated.
I think so.
And so it's like
What's that mean?
Basically random like purposeful randomization. The map is not the same for everybody.
Oh yes, yeah, I did know that.
And so
like, there wasn't the same in your map as my map.
Yeah,
but similar.
And so there's
you'll find all the same things. They're just not going to be in the same spots.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
And so you don't know exactly where things are, which is fine because that adds to the exploration. But with how it's like the world is set up is like you have to mine so much just to get to the new places.
Yeah.
And you're in a situation just like, I have to go and like, I don't even know if all this work that I'm doing of mining this place out is even beneficial.
Yeah.
And I think that could potentially be like, I don't know how to solve it from their game design perspective, but I think that was probably a mild frustration on my part. But I'll give it like a solid 8 out of 10, 8.5 out of 10 maybe.
Yeah, I put a lot of hours in over the month. I had a good time. So I mean, I would recommend it to someone to play.
Mhm.
But I mean, I feel like the price tag's pretty reasonable too, right?
Yes. Very much so.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of content in it, even if the content isn't necessarily easily found.
And kind of an interesting thing, I mean, I think Underminer, you said you started a server with you and your wife, and I know Ski Freely was playing with his and his wife, so it's kind of an interesting game where like you could potentially play it with a significant other who isn't really into the games very much, because like you said, your wife could just go be the little homemaker, you know, do her little, like
Do her
little
woman
harming
thing.
And
yeah, do her
And I
little
will
farming
say-
thing.
Yeah.
I will say when we
Barefoot
went
and
on the
pregnant in
Titans,
the kitchen.
she was the reason why we beat the Titans. Like
Yeah.
I would normally die and have to like teleport back to the Titan boss area, and she's like taking down the Titan. So
Yeah.
fair warning, like
Wait, she's better at the combat than you are? That's I wouldn't-
Why isn't she on
Well,
the podcast?
yeah, that's a you know this is public, right? Like
she, let's just say I was really good at what's that, the Juggernaut. So she was able to take the shots. You know, we'll just,
there you
no.
Mm.
I was the tank. The patriarchy was real.
Yeah, and I think so. Unlike was it Minecraft and Valheim, there wasn't really like a siege event, right? Like I feel like Minecraft has like sometimes has like, well, obviously it's got like they'll have like the blood moon or whatever,
Oh yeah.
where and then like Valheim's got like siege events. So like if you want to just like be cozy and just hang out, you can, and
That's
it's
true.
not really going to mess with you, from my experience, anyways. Like, so if you put doors up around your base, no one's going to come in.
Yeah.
So
I did think it was kind of cool. I saw in yours that you had like a spawner trap or
Yeah, that's a Ski Freely special.
was it? Yeah, I don't like that because, and I think that would have been a good thing for them to adapt is some sort of a spike trap. Like if you don't enable or armor up your base, you might have your doors blown open, and you know, like whatever it is that.
oh, that happened a
Like,
few times when I was getting the conveyor belts. Like I was conveying a bunch of ore back to a bunch of ingots back to the base, and it would pick up bad guys.
Oh.
And so they would end up, especially the big mushroom guys, where they like charge and like break walls. Like they'd end up like right next to our base, and then they'd like blow up a huge chunk of wall. And even I think the cavelings do a little bit of like mining, or like they'll like attack stuff.
Oh yeah.
And so then I was like, okay, well now we need a way to like defend it better. Yeah. So then I put up like turrets and spike traps and all that stuff. So.
But it seems like the mechanics are there that they could have a once a month or whatever however many days are down there in the core, but they could have a mob where they come at you.
That bed
Because
is
I know that
not
would
the best
happen.
thing, and honestly, because when I would respawn on the teleporter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like you could like I would get back to the fight so much faster than you. My time on the boss was so much better. I would get pink.
Yeah, it was.
I would get pink numbers. This was all right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's time to vote.
Oh man.
Okay,
Wow. Short list this time.
short list. I got 2 suggestions this month.
Could I add a
Yes, you may.
suggestion?
Yeah, go ahead.
Just because I already own it, and honestly,
Already,
so I have
what? You already own it?
I already own it, but I've not played it as much as I did Core Keeper, and I think it's already been mentioned. Can we add Terraria?
We've
I
already
don't know
played
if you've
Terraria.
already done it.
You've already done
have?
Terraria.
Yeah, I don't think we
Never
can do
mind
it
then.
again.
Never mind.
We've
Never
replayed
mind.
games.
I-
If you
we've
No,
replayed
it's
2
suggest it.
Nope.
I mean,
I'm
should we
on my-
put
Look at you gatekeeping the suggestions.
Should we put the raft on there for angry?
Yeah.
How brazen of you.
Do you think?
That is very brazen.
Oh.
Do you think Angry will come back when we play Raft?
I don't know.
Dude, that's like his
We
summoning.
can only hope.
Raft. Raft.
All right, everyone's voting for raft.
All right.
Okay, so Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 is a first player or a single player game. It is based
too.
in the Warhammer. Is it co-op?
Yeah, that's co-op.
Well, it has co-op, but it's based in the Warhammer universe. You play as a Space Marine going and killing things for the Emperor. I've seen a lot of people, some people who aren't into the Warhammer lore really enjoyed it, and people who are really into the Warhammer lore really liked it, and it pisses off all the right people. Like I think IGN gave it like a 7. So,
Fun fact:
yes,
we have actually voted this before, but
no,
it didn't. This was the one that like didn't work on everybody's machines.
No,
at
no,
first.
that was
No, no,
Dark
no.
Tide.
That was Dark
That was
Tide.
it.
Dark
Dark
Tide.
Tide.
That was
Is this
Dark Tide.
another one?
Space
They came
Marine
out with
2.
another
Space
one?
Marine 2 just came out.
It's
Oh my
different.
word.
They're different.
Last month.
So we're never
earlier
gonna
this
play
month.
We should have played Dark Tide. That was such a good game.
No,
Yeah.
I thought.
Space Marine 2 it's the same universe, but they're different games.
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
Was it Space
War-
Marine 1?
The Warhammer universe is enormous.
Like how big?
Like think of big, okay,
Wow. Okay.
and then
okay. Got it.
add more,
And then
Add more?
double it.
and then double
And then
it,
10% more.
and then
Multiply it by how many baby bottles are in Diddy's.
Yeah.
Wow.
If Diddy's bathroom is the only thing in my mind.
I can imagine a room full of them.
Yeah, that's right. So Warhammer universe is like 50 Diddy's bathrooms.
Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
That's why it's called Warhammer 50K.
Yeah, 50K. That's right. It's how many baby oil bottles are in there.
Oh, 40K. Sorry, excuse me.
Times
Come on,
2.
another
Yeah,
one.
you got it.
Times 2 divided by 6. Who yawned? This is scintillating content.
Not I. I'm still
Wait,
eating
word.
potatoes.
That's the word of tomorrow.
Titillating.
Sorry to be so
Scintillating.
brazen with my yawn.
Okay,
You know,
deadlock.
I'm gonna be honest. I was expecting us to get higher than 16.
we got distracted. We got distracted with P Diddy. Deadlock is Valve's new game. It's in beta. We can all play. I can get you all in. It is a MOBA, third-person MOBA. Very like stuck on the MOBA concept of like 3 lanes and a 5v5 game. So it's going to be a lot of fun. There's no skill-based matchmaking in it, so
Let's go.
we could either get destroyed or destroy. I've seen a lot of people whose game design acumen I respect. Day 9 is one of them who's fallen in love with Deadlock. He talks about how the movement, like each skill seems to have a like a benefit and a drawback to it. So it's very like skills are very time based when you use them, when you choose which ones you choose to upgrade and stuff like that. So it seems like a pretty deep for being in like a early beta build or late alpha build. So yeah, and I would love to play a MOBA with y'all.
It'd be fun.
You got me.
Witherbottom. What's Wizard with a gun?
Wizard with a Gun is a single player or co-op player, the 4 players. It's the art style and the action looks like Hades. It's kind of like that kind of style. A little bit of a rogue-like, so you kind of like go through runs and upgrade your character and then keep trying kind of thing. And it just like the combat looks fun. Really active combat. Where you've got like gunplay, but you also added magic too, so you can kind of like spec into different magic trees and just kill a bunch of stuff. So that sounded like fun.
Are you fighting other aliens, people? Like Curious.
I think it's
Other wizards.
Wizards.
think-
Okay.
No, I think you're
No, I
fighting
don't know. I
more
just
like
made that up.
yeah. I think you're fighting like creatures that are like invading the whatever, and you're trying to fend them off. That's what it looks
Other
like.
entities.
Yeah. So
Other wizards with guns.
I don't know if there's PvP, but I think it's mostly PvE. But it looked fun. It looked
Wait, what?
the art style or the camera and the art style really reminds me a lot of Hades, and it looks like it would have similar kind of mechanics, but with co-op as well. So
Okay.
All right. Salty, did you suggest Throne and Liberty?
Yeah, I did.
All right. Tell us about it.
So it's an MMO coming out October 1st, so it's not out yet. I've seen videos of like the pre-release, like people who play it before it releases, and it looks pretty cool. It's got like a system where you can like transform into like animals and like fly and shit. Thought that looked pretty neat. But it's a new MMO. I really don't know what else to say about it because I've never played it. It's PvP, PvE. Yeah, that's about all I know about it. So
Intriguing. Ninja.
Hello. It is I.
Ninja. Look inside yourself, Ninja.
Hello. I recommended Final Fantasy 14 online. I've been having a hankering for an MMO, and I did some research, and it seems like Final Fantasy 14 has kind of like the best overall of anything out right now besides like WoW, best overall feedback generally. The things that were alluring about it to me is that like on any single character you can basically max out on all skills and try out all classes and stuff. There's like people like rant and rave. No, that's not it. What do they do? They're excited about it. A positive emotion. They're excited about the story. Everybody says that it's like amazing.
Would you call them
And then
brazen?
yeah, they're brazen about their feedback. Yes, they're so jubilant that they're brazen. And
MAGA.
And reportedly, according to the internet, which never lies, it's a game. It's like one of the rare MMOs where like you're not going to be like stomped on for being in the middle of progressing through the story and leveling, but like rather people will be like excited, like, oh, he's on this mission, you know, like that's so exciting. And it's kind of like you do the story until you finish it, and then there's some end game that I don't really know what it is, but like apparently it captures that like progressing through an MMO rather than, you know, the current Destiny problem, which is like you're immediately thrown into the end game because that's what they think you want. So anyways, I thought, you know, none of us have tried it as far as I know. It'd be fun to play together.
Yeah.
I'm a level 70 gendermancer in that game.
What's point of order though? What's a MMO?
Massively multiplayer online.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
So it's like a giant world that you go into, and there are other players playing at the same time.
Right.
Would Helldivers be an MMO?
No.
We have 3 on this list.
Because you're only playing with 4 people at a time in Helldivers.
So MMO would basically think of it as like as you running through, like think of like a core keeper you're running through, and someone else is just also on core keeper, and you run into them. Like
okay, and they're also doing
whatever, whatever they want.
Bunch
to
of
them. Yeah, and then multiply that by like baby oil and P Diddy.
All right, that's cool. That sounds fun. And this was Fallout 76 or Fantasy?
That was Final Fantasy 14.
Well, Fallout 76 is also an MMO, but
is it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it is.
I heard. That's what I heard.
And so is Throne and Liberty.
Until recently.
So we have 3 on the list.
Woo.
All right, Chief. Fallout 76. Explain.
Fallout 76 is a MMORPG in the Fallout universe. Base building story, RPG. You get your power armor, and apparently you can nuke the enemies or people's bases, like the CEO of Microsoft. I forgot his name.
Bill Gates?
No, not Microsoft. Xbox CEO
Phil
of
Spencer.
Oh,
Phil Spencer. Yeah, you can nuke him if you want. But yeah, I mean, it's just Fallout multiplayer. You go on adventures and quests and build your base and have fun, and it's free.
I heard there was quite a bit of fallout when that first released.
It was not. It was not.
Poppycock.
Like welcomed very lovingly, and it still isn't really like a lot. I mean, it's kind of like it's got its own niche of players.
It's like they've climbed their way back to mostly positive on Steam.
Yeah, let me see here.
I don't trust it.
Oh, I thought it was free. It is not free.
Oh, it's $40.
What?
It's $40. Never mind.
Is it really?
You can take it off the list if you want, but
No,
But-
on it.
I mean, it's got 6,000 people in it right now. That's more than Concord ever had. So,
That's a low bar, brother.
and more than what was that other? I don't even remember the name of the other one.
Banditos.
Oh,
Dust Ball, whatever it is.
yeah.
Balls.
Dustborn.
Balls.
Dust ball.
Our
Dust
friends
mites.
at
I don't even
Sanborn.
know. Don't worry, the Dustborn people frighten very easily. And in greater numbers.
And in greater numbers.
Oh, that'll be great for the choir. Oh yeah, it's all gonna sound fantastic.
All right. And Terraria, Undermine.
Yeah, so I recommended Terraria because I just played Core Keeper and I've played Terraria before, but I've never beaten a boss in Terraria. So yeah, that's my confession. But I think it would
Fun
be.
fact, that was our
it would
fifth
be-
game played on the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a while.
35 episodes ago.
It was
Almost
35 months ago, so
3 years
Yeah,
ago.
I've had a lot of
yeah.
fun playing cozily, I guess you could say, with Terraria. But yeah, so you guys already know. It is a fun game.
All right, and Raft. This is to bring Angry out of hiding.
Yes.
Everybody chant raft. Raft.
Raft.
Raft,
Raft.
raft, raft, raft. I feel so bad for any viewers that pop in at this moment.
They ought to know, though.
All right. Raft is a survival crafting game where you're on a raft trying to fight off sharks and other water creatures and build up a raft. All right. Who would like to go first?
And
I'll go
everybody
first.
jump in at once.
I'll go first. I'm going to say Final Fantasy 1,
Wow.
Deadlock 2. No, sorry. Wizard with a Gun 2.
Oh.
Deadlock 3. Oh my gosh.
Look at you. You're just throwing points up on the board.
lag. It's
Like they don't
Core Keeper
matter.
lag.
This isn't his line.
They're overnight boats, folks. They're
I'm
overnight.
going to Throne and Liberty 4. And Raft 5. I didn't even vote for one of my space.
I'll go next. I'll do Deadlock first.
Deadlock 1.
Wizard with a Gun next. Fallout. Raft. Throne and Liberty.
You're done.
I
Thought he was going to do another one.
All right.
And for the ringer.
I'll go next. I'm gonna do Throne and Liberty 1, Fallout 76 2, Deadlock 3.
Oops.
Dang, man.
I'm in trouble here.
Is that the trick?
Raft 4. And then Terraria 5.
All right,
Jarnot, have you been drinking?
Oh, always.
I'll go. I'm gonna do Final Fantasy 1. I'll do Rafts 2.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do
Raft.
let's do Fallout 3, Throne and Liberty 4, and then 5, Wizard with a Gun.
All right.
What a title.
What a title. I will go.
Very American.
I will do Wizard with a Gun 1. I will do Final Fantasy 2. I will do Deadlock 3. Raft 4.
Wow.
And Fallout 76 5.
All comes down to
Wizard's
Chief.
got a gun. Okay. Wizard with a Gun 1,
Wow.
just because I like the name.
I love it.
Which one did Salty do?
Throne and Liberty.
Throne and Liberty.
Okay,
That's
so
a good
not
one.
vote for that one.
That's kind of mean.
It's harsh.
Was that brazen? I'm sorry.
Racism live and well.
Racism.
Let's do Raft 2, Final
Oh,
Fantasy
boy.
3,
Ooh.
Deadlock 4, and the Throne and Liberty 5.
All right. I actually think this is going to be closer than it looks.
We all voted for
Damn,
Raft.
man.
I'm proud of us. Everybody.
It's like, oh, imagine if Raft won.
Wizard with a
Oh,
Gun.
It was close.
Oh,
I
it
thought
was
Deadlock might
close.
sneak in there.
Raft almost won too.
Closer than I was expecting.
Third place. Oh no, fourth. I can't count.
Warhammer. I think that's the one time that a game never got a vote.
I'm banned from giving a suggestion next time.
No, that game looks fun. I just don't want to pay $60
I
for
know. I know.
Well, we heard our computers couldn't run it, so
it.
All right. The next question: are we buying
Misconception.
the deluxe edition of Wizard with a Gun or just the regular?
There's a deluxe edition?
Yeah, it looks like it has.
is it a bigger gun?
Looks like different guns, maybe.
Skins, right? Or is it guns?
I don't know.
Geomancer pack. I was just gonna buy the
Gendermancer
regular one.
pack?
Geoman. Yeah, that's right. Oh, Gunmancer. Excuse me.
Well, and before we leave, guys, I just want to make an announcement. I have finally purchased a PC. So,
Wow.
Hey.
Boy.
yeah, this is first month played Core Keeper with my own PC. So,
Awesome.
Dang.
Nice.
Nice.
Welcome to the master race.
Yes.
I have
All right,
I've arrived.
Welcome, Squidward. Welcome. Squidward.
Any last words for our 40th?
Has that really
happy
been 40 months?
No, it's been 40 episodes. We have like
Is that
80
40
hours
years?
of content.
Does that mean we're over the hill?
Score.
That means it's all downhill from here.
Oh no, I didn't think we could get any lower.
We all get a mule.
We should do something big for the 50.
We
Yeah.
should. That would be fun.
Big 5-0.
Yeah, we'll do a 24-hour stream.
That's it.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be interesting.
It would be
That would
horrible.
get us canceled.
24-hour stream playing every game that we've played.
Yes. Each,
Yes. Oh my word.
every
Wow.
30 minutes per game.
That's right. Let's
Trying
do
to
it.
get at least we'd have to get like 3 games in an hour, basically.
Two word synopsis when you end it. The lag was terrible.
All right. Well, we'll give you this one parting word.
I knew it. Here it comes.
Brazen.
Brazen.
Oh,
You better add 2 to that. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, we got to get to the solid